Hi. This is an instructional video on how to use Tintype Text to convert your scanned typewritten image files, in JPEG image format, into rich text format documents. There are 4 different Python code files that are to be run in sequence. You can skip ahead to file 4, getPredictions.py, if you will be using one of the models that I have trained on my typewriters. See the Google Drive links in the description to find the models. In file 1, createRectangles.py, the Python code will perform character segmentation, that is to say finding the coordinates in the image, where the individual characters will be cropped. It will then create a copy of your typewritten scanned image with overlaid green character rectangles, illustrating the segmentation results. You might need to alter the values of the variables character width, default value of 55 pixels, for letter size typewritten pages, scanned at a resolution of 600 dpi, and spacer between characters, default value of 5 pixels, as your typewriter may have a different typeset than those of my typewriters. Those 2 default parameters were suitable for both my 2021, Royal Epic, and 1968, Olivetti Underwood Letter A33 typewriters. You can locate these variables within the Python code by searching the code files, using Ctrl F, and looking for character width and spacing parameters. Also, if your typewriter has a lot of ghosting, faint outline of the preceding character, or if the signal-to-noise ratio is elevated, because of high ink loading on the ribbon, leading to lots of ink speckling on the page, the segmentation code might pick up the ghosting or noise as characters. As a result, you could then end up with staggered character rectangles. In the example displayed on screen, you can see that the character rectangles for the words yet and Alice are staggered. In the presence of dark typewritten text, you should decrease the segmentation sensitivity, increase the number of non-white Y pixels required, for a given X coordinate, in order for that X coordinate to be included in the segmentation. That is to say that on a fresh ribbon of ink, you should increase the value of 3 to about 6, results will vary based on your typewriter's signal-to-noise ratio, in the line 57 of getPredictions.py, in order to avoid including unwanted noise in the character rectangles. You can now see that the character rectangles for the words yet and Alice are no longer staggered, when the segmentation sensitivity is decreased, to avoid including noise. When your typewritten text gets fainter, change that digit back to 3, in order to make the segmentation more sensitive, thus avoiding character omissions. These parameters, character width, spacer between characters, and line image greater or equal to 3, should be adjusted in the same way in all the Python code files, except trainModel.py, where they are absent, to ensure consistent segmentation in all steps of the process. The typewriter page images overlaid with the character rectangles are stored in the page image files with rectangles folder, which is created automatically by the code. The segmentation results will allow you to write a text file with the correct labels for each rectangle. The mapping of every rectangle to a label will allow to generate a dataset of character images, with their corresponding labels. In this screenshot, the text file is displayed alongside the corresponding typewritten image file, with overlaid character rectangles. In the first line, you can note that 4 of the characters are labeled as the @ symbol, which maps to the category to be deleted. The 3 letters, C, X and I, have significant ink splattering and will not be included in the training data, as they are not representative of these characters. The 4th, @ symbol on the first line corresponds to an artifact. Some noise was above the filtering threshold and was picked up as a character. We also do not want to include it in the training data. The lesser than symbol, highlighted in yellow on line 11 in the text file, corresponds to an empty rectangle, which is mapped to the space category in the dataset folder. The very last line of the typewriter scan image contains 2 typos, 2 characters overlaid with a hashtag symbol. They are represented by a tilde symbol in the text file on line 19. All the other character rectangles are represented by their own characters in the text file. Importantly, such text files should be created, modified and saved exclusively in basic text editors, such as Text Editor in Ubuntu, as more elaborate word processors would include extra formatting information that would interfere with the correct mapping of the character rectangles to their labels in the text file. Furthermore, the text files in the training and validation data folder must have identical names to their corresponding JPEG images, minus the file extensions. For example, the file mytext.txt would contain the labels corresponding to the raw scanned typewritten page JPEG image, without the character rectangles, named mytext.jpg.